Okay, we're going to set the camera up, see if we can get the brazing done now. Those of you watching me, I had to take my fuel tank off my gen set. I had a hairline crack, leak, and I'm working to repair it now. I need I hate to sit up so high. I like to sit a little lower to my work, but anyway, I'm going to need to take my glasses off for this one because this is such a hairline crack. I need to look really closely at it. It's right here going down. So first of all, we need to get some brazing flux on here. And I'm just going to use my finger and rub the brazing flux right here on the crack. You can actually see where it's okay. Because this is silver rod, you need brazing flux for the steel. The tank is made of steel. Alright, let's get this thing rolling here. Alright. There's a silver rod here. We use the silver rod for repairing air conditioners. Wow, nice crack there. Goes from here all the way back to here. A bit tacky. There it comes. Getting warm. There we go. Nice puddle moving. Just a little puddle going. There we go. You just gotta push your puddle around where you want it. Make sure you don't have any more cracks this time. Okay, looking good. And I saw another crack in this area. Stop all the leaks right now. Hey. A little more on this side. Just because I don't trust my last braze here for some reason is leaking right at the edge of it. Very nice. Okay. Just running a little more silver here over my previous braze. And I'm going to do a little more up here on this side. Okay, got a nice little silver puddle going here. And it seals it really nice. Okay, I'll go ahead and stop my torch for a minute. I'll show you what we did here. Cement's not even. Okay, see, we didn't use very much silver solder. Bring it show you the braze now. Okay, so what I did is I brazed. I had an old braze going, excuse me, here on the old crack, and then I had a new crack come in right down in here. So I went ahead and brazed this whole area back up in here. So we'll let the silver cool down a little bit. Then we'll sand it, take a look at it, make sure we got everything. I believe we got it really well. So while that's cooling, I'm going to go ahead and flip the tank over. And I want to get the other 2 holes I have in this thing patched up. What? Time to eat? Anyway. Okay. You can see I have quite a nice big hole here. I don't even know if I can braze that hole up without anything, maybe adding some metal in, but we're going to try. Okay. You know, it's you don't have anybody recording for you. It's hard sometimes to hold the phone and make a recording. Got a crack here and also have a big hole. And I'm going to get this one patched up. Got a crack there. This is where the previous welds were. So I'll get them patched up, then I'll push the metal back in place and I'll braze them shut. I'll braze them back in place. You see the smoke in there. That's from residual diesel that's in there. It's not on fire. It's just heat. The whole pan is heated up. It was dry, but there was still residual in there. And it doesn't hurt anything. If it catches on fire, I'm outside anyway. It ain't going to hurt nothing. So anyway, for this job, I'm going to go ahead and put my glasses back on. When you have something, you're very old, like me, I'm 64. When you have a problem, sometimes you need to take your glasses off to see it properly. And I don't know if you can see this crack here. There's a crack here coming up and then the hole. So we're going to start on the outside and start building the braze up, work our way around, and then work our way back into the middle. Okay? That's how my plan is to make this, to get this problem done, get it patched. So I need to set my video up where I like to set it up where you can see what I'm doing, but it's rather difficult. I don't have anybody here to hold my phone for me. Maybe I can put it here on this wall, and I'm going to need to build something up here to hold it. Let's try this. Let's see if we can make it where you guys can see exactly what I'm doing here. Maybe just like that. We put a rock in the front. Since the camera's on top. Okay, let's try just about this angle here. I'll put an oil container. Okay. If everything's working right, you can still see me. The camera's still running. Okay, let's get this thing brazed up. Then I'll get this back on. And the only way to really, I don't have a way to pressure test it, so we have to just deal with it. Put it back on, put fuel in it, check for leaks. If no leaks, then we'll be okay. This is really thin sheet metal they use for these fuel tanks. I'm surprised. I mean, it's very, very thin. But of course, considering the source, on these Chinese gensets, motors, this is a 24 horsepower engine, diesel engine, made in China. It's a hand crank, and it has a water tank, so it's water cooled. I see the other crack coming up now. Yeah, there is another crack there too. So let's get this taken care of so when we fill up the tank, we won't have a problem. Okay. Yeah, big crack here. Get some solder in here we can push around. Okay, that crack's done. Let's come over here. Get this crack. Metal's nice and hot now. I got my solder rod stuck. Push it back into the middle there. Get some solder on here. Metal's contaminated, I guess. A little crack here. Okay, in there. It's like when you're trying to weld up a hole. You lay a nail across it and weld it. I may have having to do that. I can't seem to get this solder to push over the hole. Okay. Crappy job, huh? I may have to use epoxy on this one. Big hole. Hold it up the top of it, see if I can get it to melt. Seal it. If you've ever tried this before, you know it's very difficult to seal up a hole like this. Man, come on, wasting solder, a lot of solder. Hot. Okay. I certainly am getting it closed, but it's taking its sweet time. Damn it. That's right across the hole. I don't know. I'm not a brazier. I'm just trying. Looks like it's working a little bit. Pushed it right out of there. Damn it. Another stick of solder here in a minute. That's the size hole we started with. It's a little smaller. Good thing about metal, you can always sand it down if you get a big glob like this. Getting there. Okay, got that puddle going right up on there. Good. You see, I got the hole, but boy, did I put a glob of solder on that thing. Took a while, because the metal was also contaminated. I'm not going to be able to push this plate back up on there, I don't think. Or sand it down good, we'll see. Anyway, let's see if we can do this little hole here. Just got this one small little place here. Shouldn't take much to get it sealed up, we'll see. I'm going to push this all around it. Make a bed, and then we'll fill it. Wired to hold this damn thing. There, I got it. Whee! A little bit more right here. We got the hole filled. I just want to put a little bit more right on top of it. Ooh, it's too hot. Okay. Drop your pliers real quick. Put a little bit more metal right on this corner. Okay. Now, no more spitting and puking diesel out of the top of my engine. Melt that right on in there with it. Okay. Those of you who've been watching this long, you know I had a big hole right here, about a 1/2 inch hole, about a 1/4 inch hole on this side. We've got the brazing done. Took a lot to get this one to take because it was metal was contaminated with diesel from underneath. So once it burnt the diesel off and the residue and made it clean enough, then the solder can adhere to it. And got it to braze up, stick to it. But my goal is I want to put this one, has to go back up because it has to match up these two holes right here. So I've got to solder this one back. Did a good job. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to sand it down and then see if we can slide this back up, and we'll tack it in place with a little silver solder too. Instead of getting a grinding wheel and grinding it off, I think I'm just going to force it back on to the line, and then we'll hold it in place there. So we'll just put this up. We'll force the braze, force this back on like this. It's just sheet metal. It's bent there. Okay, we're going to do it just like that. We'll force it back, and then we'll braze it up. Maybe I need to put it against the cement wall right here. I know it's going to be difficult for you to see. I'm going to just move it up. Okay, and I'm going to hold it. Okay, good. I can hold that with my foot. Let me get another silver rod. Okay, I just need to hold that just like that with my foot, and we'll braze this thing up. Hold it with my hand, one or the other. We'll get it. Put my knee against it. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Sometimes doesn't want to adjust properly. There it goes. Okay, it's good now. Alright, let's get this heated up. Oh. Okay. All right. It may not look the best in the world, but what I did is I filled this big hole in, and now I brazed this tin here back onto the tank itself. Okay. Now I need to inspect the other side. It's cold now. I need to take a look over here. Let's put our flux away. I don't think we're going to need any more. I believe we're done. Until I at least put the, until I can put the tank back on the gen set and see if I have any more leaks. Very oily and dirty. Pressure wash this, clean it up. But you know, it's an old gen set. Okay. So what we had on this side was a hairline crack up here, which is totally covered now. I don't see any more hairline cracks. I think I want to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and fill in this small area here, just because I see some real tiny looks like cracks there. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and it's a long video, but this is a repair of the genset tank, and I'll have a couple of videos of it I'll put on. So I'll go ahead and stop my video, and then I'll do another video after I'm done.